What if you could never be unseen? Meet Argus Panoptes, the god with 100 eyes who saw everything, even in his sleep. This incredible being wasn't just a god. He was a force of nature, seeing everything at all times, and his eyes became a symbol of watchfulness and power in ancient Greek mythology. But what happens when such a powerful watcher meets the god's divine schemes? Let's dive into the story of Argus Panoptes, the god with 100 eyes. In the vast and intricate world of Greek mythology, Argus Panoptes stands out as a unique figure, often portrayed as a giant with 100 eyes. His very name, Argus, is thought to come from the Greek word argos, which means bright or shining, referring to the sharpness and clarity of his gaze. His mythical story has been passed down through generations, with Argus acting as both a protector and an unwilling victim to the whims of the gods. His eyes were more than just physical features. They symbolized his unwavering attention to detail, his ability to see everything around him, and his constant vigilance. But how did Argus become the god with 100 eyes? And what does his story tell us about ancient Greek ideas of sight, power, and eternity? The myth of Argus Panoptes begins with the god Zeus, the king of the Olympian gods. In one particular tale, Zeus becomes infatuated with a beautiful mortal woman named Io, a priestess of Hera, whom he falls in love with. To protect her from the wrath of his jealous wife, Hera, Zeus transforms Io into a white heifer. This transformation, however, does little to placate Hera, who soon discovers the deception. Enraged, she demands that her most trusted servant, Argus, keep a watchful eye on the heifer. Argus, the god with 100 eyes, was more than just a mere watcher. He had the ability to remain vigilant at all times, using his many eyes to keep a constant surveillance over Io. His 100 eyes were distributed across his body, with some set to sleep while others remained awake, ensuring that no movement, no whisper, no secret could escape his attention. Argus was a sentinel, a figure of divine obedience and power, one who embodied the theme of constant vigilance. Despite Argus's unyielding watch over Io, Zeus had other plans. In an effort to free Io from her captivity and his wife's wrath, Zeus sends Hermes, the god of travelers and trickery, to handle the situation. Hermes, known for his cunning and craftiness, approaches Argus disguised as a shepherd. He begins to tell Argus stories and plays enchanting music on his flute. As Argus becomes more and more absorbed in the music and tales, his eyes begin to fall asleep one by one. Eventually, all 100 eyes of Argus are asleep, allowing Hermes the opportunity to strike. In some versions of the myth, Hermes kills Argus, cutting off his head and ending the eternal watch over Io. In other versions, Hera takes pity on Argus and transforms his 100 eyes into the feathers of a peacock, which is why the peacock's tail is said to have the iconic eye-shaped patterns. This symbolic transformation illustrates the continuing vigilance and watchfulness of Argus. Even in death, Argus's 100 eyes have deep symbolic meanings in Greek mythology. The eyes themselves represent omniscience, the ability to see all things at all times. This immense knowledge of the world around him made Argus both a symbol of divine order and a manifestation of constant surveillance. In some interpretations, his 100 eyes also represent the watchful gaze of the gods, ever present and aware of mortal actions. Furthermore, the transformation of his eyes into the peacock's feathers symbolizes the idea that even in death, vigilance never ceases. The peacock, with its resplendent eye-like tail feathers, serves as a visual reminder of Argus' role in mythology, his watchful nature living on long after his demise. In ancient Greek culture, the theme of watching and knowing was central to many stories. The gods were always watching over mortals, and Argus's eternal vigilance served as a stark reminder of the god's power. The peacock, as a symbol of Argus, became a popular motif in Greek and Roman art, used to represent both beauty and vigilance. The story of Argus Panoptes transcends ancient myth, leaving behind a legacy of fascinating symbolism. His image as the ultimate watcher is often used in modern interpretations to represent surveillance and awareness. The idea that there is no escape from the watchful eyes of those in power. The peacock, as a symbol of Argus, continues to be a powerful image in many cultures, associated with beauty, grandeur, and the vigilance of the gods. Argus's 100 eyes remind us of the ancient Greek belief that nothing could escape divine scrutiny, and this theme of omnipresent watchfulness continues to influence our understanding of power and knowledge even today. Whether in ancient stories or modern-day concepts of surveillance, the idea that someone or something might be watching us from all angles is a thought-provoking reminder of the power of sight and awareness. Want to explore more fascinating myths and uncover the secrets of ancient gods and goddesses? Be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more legendary stories like this. Dive deeper into the world of Greek mythology with us, where the gods, heroes, and mysteries never cease to amaze.